Well, in the public sphere, when you think about a couple of things. One, just being openly Asian, what that experience looks like, that we are perceived as perpetual foreigners. This is not a unique experience to me. Where are you from? No. Where are you really from? What is your nationality? I mean, these kind of questions happen on a regular basis to so many of us that our loyalty is put into question. So I think there's a unique challenge that exists already for politics about what do we think about when we think about patriotism, American exceptionalism in our government, and perhaps those that identify as Asian Pacific Islanders, we face a number of barriers, that bamboo ceiling, not just in public sector, private sector too. The bamboo ceiling about getting into the highest levels of corporate boards. It's the same thing about demonstrating executive presence, that maybe we don't go march on the streets, maybe we're not using the F-bomb every single day, but that is seen as executive presence and assertive and aggressive and powerful, and that's what we want to see in government. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So I think that's one challenge. The other challenge is the intersectionality about being LGBT and even within the Asian Pacific Islander community. And in fact, given the large demographic in this area, in language papers, many a times when talking about me, will always use verbiage and adjectives and words that talk about me being openly gay, but the connotation is not openly gay, but rather the language and the verbiage is something to the effect of he admits being gay, which gives the tone of acknowledging that there's something inherently wrong or that there's some shame or guilt behind this too. And that still happens to this day. In fact, many readers will come to me and say, why do you always have to be the gay legislator? Why does that? And I said, that's not something that I talk about necessarily as I'm talking about legislation on public safety or on housing, on healthcare and water. But it is sensationalism many a times, and I recognize that fact. While on the flip side of that, yes, identity and representation is important. Oftentimes you may hear people talking about, well, why do we have gay pride? Do we have straight pride? And I think that when we're thinking about the current times that we're living in now, over 500 pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislative proposals have been introduced this year alone. This is historic, and members of the community are being targeted, and we need to speak out against that.